So this is part 2, of entertaining the Holy Spirit. So for us, we are going to put effort, if it's the first time you're doing it, just gradually, just start speaking truth gradually, and then focus on maintaining consistency. Now, anybody that wants a child to do well or perform well at anything, what you do is encourage them. You don't discourage them. And that's the same way, there's a reason why the Holy Spirit will keep encouraging you every time you make any positive step towards the right direction. He will keep encouraging you. What does that do? That is going to build your confidence. That is going to, because you will get addicted to that good feeling, that happiness, and even trying to define that happiness is like taking a test in class and then getting 10/10 in your exercise book or whatever they bring to you. There's this kind of joy, there's this kind of feeling of achievement, of excitement, and that's what the Holy Spirit is going to do, to try to encourage you. That's why he's called a helper. He's actually here to help you. He's actually here to pick you up when you are down on the ground. I've never seen anybody that truly has a relationship with the Holy Spirit and they've fallen down or failed or something, then they remain there. No. Because once you decide to walk with the Holy Spirit, on the days you don't have strength to even get up, He is going to raise you up. He's going to wake you up. You are going to be surprised. Sometimes God gives messages and I feel like, today I don't want to do this. I don't feel like posting this. The thing is not there. The energy, the zeal is not there. And then all of a sudden, within a split second, there this, I don't know what word to even use to define it. There's this kind of energy, so much boldness, courage that just sweeps in and allows me to get up to do some of these videos. It's a beautiful thing, So what I'm telling you today is set your mind on entertaining the Holy Spirit. You can entertain the Holy Spirit by having worship. I've said worship already. You playing worship, and moving away from listening to worldly music. The Holy Spirit will keep encouraging you. He wants to be close to you. He wants to be with you. He wants to help you achieve the purpose and fulfill the assignment that God has put on you. He is a helper. He understands. It's very important. And I've said it already. The only way the devil is able to steal believers from the presence of God, the devil will not be able to steal any believer from the presence of God without first of all deceiving them. Deception. Now, how is the enemy able to deceive us? One of the things I realized, when the enemy is trying to deceive or steal anybody from the presence of God, one of the first things he does is what? He causes you to engage into things that will turn off that will shut down, turn off, or stop your conscience from working. Your human conscience. Your human conscience is a guiding light. Is some kind of alarm that tells you that no, I'm going the wrong way. Your conscience is some kind of GPS that indicates to you that, Charlie, you are off the destination. Maybe you are going astray. Your conscience, human conscience, and there are things that can shut it down, that can turn it off, so that the enemy comes in. You are not able to identify him. So there are people sitting in the presence of God. There are people sitting in the house of God, but their conscience has been shut down, has been turned off. And because their conscience, which is supposed to prompt them that, hey, I'm going the wrong way, has been turned off, the enemy is able to come in deceive them, take them away from the presence of God, and they are not even aware. What you watch, what you listen to, your actions. I'm telling you, anybody who is in the presence of God and starts doing something that they are not supposed to do, the prompting is active. Those earlier stages, you get that something keeps prompting like, the way I spoke to this person was wrong. What I did to this person was not the right thing. The conscience is active. But when those people refuse to correct or amend or come back to the center, and they keep repeating that same, very soon that conscience, it goes off, it becomes numb. So now they are doing the wrong thing and nothing is prompting them. And as they keep going on, the devil starts introducing certain things, certain ideas, certain thought patterns, certain concepts, which are all deceptions. He starts installing those things in them to let them believe in wrong things. So there are people in the presence of God, people in the house of God. The reason why people are not able to understand some of these things is because in their mind, they have already been deceived by the enemy and they are not aware. And that's the problem. Another thing, the enemy we are dealing with is a very crafty person. It's trickish, very crafty, always wants to do things and hide his hands. One of the ways the enemy is able to shut down or turn off your conscience as a human being, I've realized a lot of them is coming from games. Shooting games, or games that have a lot of violence in them. A lot of violent games. You are shooting people, you are killing people, you are running cars over people. Gradually, he's shutting down your conscience. And once that is done, he will start installing his software, his firmware in you to deceive you. Then with a matter of time, he will execute his grand plan. I'm telling you, there are a lot of benefits in speaking truth. I'm telling you, whatever is coming to you, you need that thing to be very clear. You need truth in a lot of things. I'm telling you. When somebody is saying something, is it the truth or is it not? You yourself have to allow yourself to start practicing truth. Speaking the truth. I'm telling you. Even speaking the truth, it doesn't even end there. Speaking the truth even empowers your prayer if you're a believer. If you start practicing speaking of truth, it empowers your prayers. It empowers even your declaration. Your declarations as a believer becomes very powerful. Because what? You are guarding your lips. You're guarding what comes out of your lips. If you guard your lips, you are guarding what comes out of you. You are guarding what comes out of your mouth. It becomes, when you're able to if you start moving more into speaking truth, start focusing a lot in speaking truth gradually, and you allow it to become strong, prominent, you are going to see the result when it comes to your prayers. You are going to see result when it comes to your declarations. Your declarations become very powerful if you start speaking truth. I'm telling you. There's nothing the devil will need, though. Don't let the devil deceive you. There's nothing in him you need. And he's our enemy. So anybody who is partnering with him, you should know. You should know the expected end. The devil he hates human beings so much. He hates us. The Bible calls him the accuser of the brethren. He will set you up, you get into some kind of sin, and he will show up before God. And the same person who has set you up to do a certain thing, has set you up to fall into some kind of sin, he shows up before the presence of God to accuse you and cause God to bring judgment on you. And when the judgment comes out, he stands behind and he's laughing at you. Why do you partner with someone like this? This is part 2.